Hello Plant Tribe, and welcome back to my Wednesday succulent series. So last week I gave you some homework. I'm curious, who all participated? Did you all finish your homework? I did. There's some amazing things around the house that you can use for succulents, and last week, if you didn't see that video, I gave you all homework to just go around your house and see if you have anything that you're not using for anything in particular that you could potentially use as a succulent planter. So today I'm going to show you what I found that I'm going to use as a succulent planter, and if you want to plant along with me, then I think that would be super fun. So go ahead and grab all your supplies and let's plant some succulents. Okay, so I don't know about you, but I am a huge Bath & Body Works fan. I love their candles. I love their little plug-in-y wallflower things. I like their little smelly car things. But I end up having like a zillion of those little glass containers left over, and I feel horrible throwing them out. So I started collecting them, just, you know, for whatever, in hopes that I would find a use for them somehow. Because like I said, I just felt awful always like tossing them in the recycling. And so I went to light a candle the other day and it wouldn't light anymore. So I went online and I just Googled like how you clean a glass candle jar. So I found is what you can do is throw these in the freezer. When you freeze something, I'm sure you know, things condense. So it does shrink up the wax in there a little bit and hardens it. So then you just take a knife, pop it all out. So that's what I did. And then I ran this under hot water and just gave it a really good scrub. And now all of the wax is cleaned out. And I have these 3 really cute little containers that we can plant succulents in. Now, I will tell you in advance that I have not drilled a drainage hole in the bottom of these, so I'm going to have to be extremely careful when I water them and just water sparingly and right at the root of the plants that I put in here. But I thought this was just a cute idea. They come in so many different colors, and I mean, what are you going to do with them anyway? Right? So this one I thought was cute because it says cactus blossom. And then this apparently used to be Caribbean Escape and mahogany coconut, which still smell beautifully. Oh. Okay, so I thought today I could answer a few of your questions, and let's hope I can multitask. So we're gonna plant, we'll see how many we have time for. I might plant all 3 of them, or I might just plant 1 or 2. We'll see. Okay, so the first thing that we need to tackle here is I need some space, because I'm running out of space. I just got this table not long ago specifically for this purpose, and it looks like I am already running out of room. I need a bigger table. Okay, which one do I want to plant first? I think I'm going to go ahead and plant this cactus blossom because it's really cute and it's pink. All right, let's just, there. Is that better? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, obviously, is fill it with my cacti and succulent soil. So I mix this soil by myself, and I use just regular potting soil, lots of perlite and lots of sand, and it's this really gritty, well-draining mixture. Now, one thing to look for when if you decide that you're going to create your own cacti and succulent soil is when you like pick it up, it should just be really crumbly and just kind of fall apart. It shouldn't clump. Usually when it's clumping like that, it means that there's more peat in it and it's all sticking together. So you definitely want to make sure that you have a nice, I'm going to make a mess. Let's think this through, Nikki. There we go. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill that up. I've got a bunch of different succulents that I'm going to use today. I don't know which ones I'm going to use. But like we talked about last week, I think I'm going to try as best I can to match the color scheme a little bit. So this one's pink, so I'll probably use things that'll be a nice contrast. So like pinks and bright greens and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to fill it right up. If I need to add more or remove some later, I will do that. I may need to remove it. I don't know what the roots look like on these succulents I'm going to use, so. Okay, so there. Step one complete. We have our succulent soil in our cute little candle container. So, I did see this one that I thought would be kind of cute. It's a really rosy pink color. And I thought that might be a really good, like, centerpiece plant or the thriller or whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to go ahead and I forgot my little container for my soil. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Now I won't get it all over the place. So I have a lot of these little ones, and actually on my way over to get my little container for my soil, I thought it'd be really cute if I did kind of like a monochromatic pink kind of theme in here. I think that would be really cute. I don't know. Let's just see what it's going to look like. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is obviously grab your succulent. This soil's still good, so I'll probably just save it. And then we're going to go ahead and take off some of these bottom leaves that just look a little worse for wear. These guys were in need of a watering. Come on. There we go. It's got some nice roots. Okay, so this is still a little bit of a chunk here, so I'm actually gonna have to dump some of this out. A little bit more. We can always fill in around it afterwards. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this backwards so that you guys can see it. Oh god, that's an awful sound. Okay. Here we go. There's our first little succulent. So I did ask you guys on Instagram and on YouTube if you had any questions, and maybe I could try to answer a couple of them. I'm not really good at doing something, not talking about that and answering questions. So, but I'm going to try my best. So I don't know how many of them I'm going to get to, but we'll try. Okay. Let's see here. So the first question was by Nerdy Kathy, and she says, how has this year changed your perspective on life? Wow, Kathy, you went deep there, girl. This year has been really challenging. I mean, 2020, I think for everybody is just crazy anyways, but see, I'm already not doing anything. I can't do it. But you know, with losing my job in May, after COVID started and all that, and then, you know, all of the rest of the things that are going on right now. I just heard yesterday that they found West Nile in some of the mosquitoes just north of here. So I'm like, really? Like, are you not done 2020? Like, we all complained because we thought like 2017 was bad and yay, bring on 2018 because it's going to be so much better. And then 2018 came and, you know, there was all this bad, nasty things. All these great, amazing people were passing away. And we were like, oh my God, 2018 so bad. Bring on 2019. You know what? Can we just have those back now? Because 2020, just every month there is something new and it's awful. So, I don't know. It's definitely put priorities into perspective, I think. What does that look like? Okay. So I'm just kind of setting these in here, and then I'm going to go ahead and fill the soil in and around. Yeah, so it's definitely given me a new perspective as far as, you know, of my priorities. Like, how important is that really? I made the decision, because of just everything going on, that I'm just going to stay home for a little while. I'm going to hang out with you guys, you know, just kind of work on my YouTube channel. Thanks, Eli. And I'm not like in a super rush to get back out into the workforce. I definitely obviously will be going back, but I think just like staying home, taking care of my family, hanging out with you guys is just kind of my priority right now. Monetarily, I'm okay to do that for a little while, and so I'm just gonna do that. I don't want to work myself, you know, so hard at something that I don't enjoy. So I'm trying to find, you know, I still keep my eye on like job sites and stuff like that to see if anything, you know, comes up that, you know, screams, oh my gosh, this job was made for you. But I haven't yet. So, but yeah, it just kind of makes you think, you know, life is short. I know it's the longest thing we ever do, but when you think about it in the grand scheme of how long you have on this planet, you know, you really should pack a punch, make an impact, do what you want to do. And yeah. Okay, anyway, I am not good at this talking and doing thing. So I need a little bit of height in here. So I thought it would be really cool if I used one of these. I think this is some type of kalanchoe, but it's kind of got that like misty kind of pink look going on. So I'm gonna pop one of these out of here. There we go. And I'm gonna use this as my height just in the back, because I think that'd be really pretty. There we go. Okay. I just realized I planted it all backwards. Okay. Let's just fix that. Oh, Nikki, you're an idiot. All right. Now I gotta fill that soil in there again. This is where some of these little tools come in really handy. So I'm just kind of like trying to poke that soil into that little hole that I made, because what I do want to do after is stick a little plant down in the front there, just a little cutting to make it a little more filled out. Okay. Is that better? Is it facing the right way? Yeah. Okay. Now, what was I talking about? Oh, that was Kathy's question, right. Anyway, yeah, so everything just kind of puts your priorities into perspective when, you know, you're faced with all the craziness that's gone on lately. Next question. Pammy's Planty Things asked, how many succulents do you have in total? I actually didn't count. I would say at least 40-ish. I think. But I wanted to kind of collect a whole bunch of different ones so that when I do projects like this, I have a lot of options. And most of them, with the exception of some of the arrangements that I've made and that kind of thing, sit like in my greenhouse with bright light so that they don't stretch out. So it's not like I have them all out on display or anything. Okay, I kind of need something. I don't know. What do I want right there? What do I want right there? I think I might use this other pink one. This is gonna be a very like a pinky pastel-y kind of look. Kind of excited about it. I think I'll probably only do this one for today. This is already kind of long enough, and I am really trying to keep my videos a little bit shorter. I know it doesn't seem that way, but I just get talking and then it just goes sideways. Anyway, okay, so answer the next question, Nikki. What succulent is your favorite? Oh, that's hard. I don't know. I really like the echeverias that are all the like the pinks and the purples and the blues. I just find them like so pretty. And I don't know. There's so few pink plants that, you know, when you get a pink plant, it's your favorite. Okay. Now, there is not enough room in here. I'm going to have to shift some stuff over. I should have kind of soaked these roots a little bit so that I could get more of this soil off, but it is what it is. Okay. Thank goodness the succulents are very forgiving. Okay, so there's what we've got so far. I think that looks pretty cute, but what I do want to do is put some little green accents just in and around. So what I brought over for that is this little guy here. So when these plants get light, like bright light, they have this really cute blush of pink. So the actual leaves themselves are this like minty green, and then they blush pink, and that's so, so pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and clip a couple of these off. Oh, there's one. There's two. And let's see if I have another one here. That one's a little bigger. Man, they're just everywhere. What is going on? Oh, this is all one. Okay, well I won't clip you off then. You're good. Okay, so let's just take these guys. So these I just obviously cut. So I'm not going to water this for a few days just to make sure that no moisture gets in there and rots the plant out. But let's go ahead and oh. Okay. I feel like it needs one more right there, but I don't have another little one. What can I put in there? Nothing, I don't think. I think that's okay though. There we go. Now I'm just going to fill some soil in around the back here while I answer questions. What camera do you use? And I can't read the rest of that question. It cuts them off. Does anybody know how to fix that? Well, what camera do I use? I use a Canon 50D. I just bought it, so I am still working out all the kinks, and I did find out that none of the microphones that I currently have work with this camera. So I'm kind of trying to yell because the camera is about 5 feet away from me, and I want to make sure that you guys can hear me because I'm so irritated by it. So I'm gonna have to go on and buy a mic that I know is compatible with this camera. If you guys know of one, please let me know, because I don't like yelling at you. And I'm just gonna put a little bit more soil in there. But I'm really enjoying this 50D so far. No, not 50D, sorry, M50. It's an M50, my apologies. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I really like it. It has the facial recognition, unlike my phone. So when I move, it still focuses on my face, which is fantastic. I love that it has auto exposure. So you'll notice in my older videos before I got this camera that if I turned my head or moved side to side, it would get like really bright. And that drove me absolutely up the wall, but there was nothing I could do. It didn't matter where I put my lights. It didn't matter what lighting I had behind me. Like, it was awful. So I love that this camera doesn't do that. That's a definite bonus. But anyway, it's a really good camera. I did a lot of research and reading, and this seemed to be the camera with the best fit, I guess, for what I wanted and needed. It does have the little flip out screen that fully articulates back, front, up, and down. So I'm looking at you and talking to you, but just to the side there's the little camera, the screen that I can flip out, so I can actually see what is showing up in the viewfinder, which is lovely and amazing. Anyway, you didn't come here to talk about cameras. Do you prefer pancakes or waffles? I actually am not a fan of pancakes or waffles, to be honest. Okay, so I think I'm just going to do that one today. So there is what it looks like. I think it's super cute. I love how it's very pinky and pastel-y, and I think it goes really well with this container. I just think it's super cute. So maybe I'll just go ahead and plant the other ones up, and then at the end of this video I will just do a little clip of what all three of them look like so you can kind of get an idea. But these were super fun. It's a great way to reuse these instead of tossing them in the recycling, and I think it looks adorable. So I will go ahead and sign off, and then I'll put the footage of the finished succulent arrangements in here. So I would like to thank you guys all so much for liking and watching and commenting and subscribing. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. I post succulent videos every Wednesday and regular planty videos every Friday and Sunday. That's kind of the schedule we've been going on right now. I don't know if I'll have to tweak that in the future, but for right now that seems to be working for me. So yeah, so next week on our Wednesday succulent video, I am going to tackle the big guns. I am going to take my big white, I think it used to be like a jewelry box or a silverware container. It looks like it was an antique. I picked it up at a Value Village, and I am going to prepare it, and I am going to make this gorgeous big succulent planter out of it. And I am so excited. I've been waiting to do this for like a year, probably more now. So we're gonna go ahead and do that next week, but for this week, this is where we're at. So I would love for you guys to send me some photos of what you planted, what things you found around the house. You can't send things through, you cannot send things through YouTube, but if you go ahead, you can email them to me. My email is down in the description of this video. You can also follow me on Instagram and send me any photos over there. I would love to be able to share what you guys came up with and some things that you found and then some succulent arrangements that you made in my next video. So if you go ahead and send those to me, I will go ahead and feature them in my next video, and I thought that would be fun. Then everybody can see what you've created. I think that's fun. I don't know if you guys think that's fun. I think that's fun. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and stop rambling now. I'm gonna throw a couple of these together, and then I will show you what they look like. So I love you guys all to bitty bits, and I want you to have a great day, night, week, month, and year. And I'll see you in the next video. Mwah! and I found out the best way to clean out these little glass candle container. What these glass? What? It has a.